Okay, so today we'll discuss about the circuit breaker. That is the most important chapter for all the electrical students. Okay, so today we'll discuss about the restriking voltage and about the recovery voltage. So what is the restriking voltage? It is defined as the normal frequency RMS voltage appearing between the poles of the circuit breaker after the final arc extinction. So if you come to the graph, so this is the expression of the restriking voltage. Okay, so what is the definition said? It is defined as the normal frequency RMS voltage appearing between the poles of the circuit breaker after final arc extinction. So when the arc extinction over, then at that point a transient voltage occurs. That voltage is called as the restriking voltage. So see the expression of the restriking voltage. After some transient period, it will be stable. Okay. Now come to the recovery voltage. It is defined as the transient voltage that exists at or in close proximity to reach current passed during the arcing time. So this is the recovery voltage. Okay. So what the definition says? It is defined as the transient voltage that exists at or in close proximity to the reach current passed during the arcing time. So when voltage is recovered after the restriking voltage or after the striking of the voltage, then that is called as the recovery voltage. Okay. Next, then come to the restriking voltage transient. So we will find what is the expression for the restriking voltage transient. So let the input is the let E, that is written in Laplace form. This is the inductor written in Laplace form, and this is the Laplace form of the capacitor. Let this is the voltage that we have to find. What is the value of across the capacitor? That will be the voltage. That is the restriking voltage transient. This voltage is called as the restriking voltage transient. Okay. So now come to the expression. So if we will apply KVL rule, Kirchhoff's current, Kirchhoff's voltage law, you all have to know about the two laws of the Kirchhoff. That is, one is KCL, another is the KVL. What is KCL? KCL is the current law, Kirchhoff's current law, and KVL is the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So now we will apply the second law of the Kirchhoff, that is the Kirchhoff's voltage law, to this loop. So if we apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to this loop, then we will find the expression E written in Laplace, the voltage drop across the inductor written in IBL Laplace also, plus the voltage drop in the capacitor written in Laplace form. Okay. So now if we arrange this equation, then I is equal to E by P divided by EL plus 1 by PC. Then we have to find the voltage across the capacitor. This much of voltage we require. Okay. So if we apply voltage division rule, now we apply the voltage. There is two rules, two division rule. One is the current division rule, another is the voltage division rule. So if we apply voltage division rule, then the voltage across capacitor is equal to E max in Laplace divided by PL plus 1 by PC into 1 by PC. The voltage drop across the capacitor, that value will be multiplied according to the voltage division rule. You all have to know from your basic electrical chapter in the first year what about the current division rule and what about the voltage division rule. Then so now we can write this is equal to E max by P, PL plus 1 by PC into 1 by PC. That equal to we can write E max by P divided by, if you take the LCM, then P square LC plus 1. Okay. Then it will become E max divided by, if you multiply P, then PQLC plus P. PC cancel out. If you take the LCM, PC will go to the above numerator, then PC numerator and denominator will be cancelled out. Okay. So that is the mathematical arrangement you all of you know. Now we can write Emax divided by PQLC plus P is equal to Emax by LC. If you take common LC, then it will become 1 by P into P square plus 1 by LC. Okay. Now it becomes Emax by LC whole into 1 by P whole into P square plus omega square. All of you know omega value. Omega value is equal to 1 by root over LC. Angular frequency. Omega is equal to 1 by root over LC. So we can write omega square is equal to 1 by LC. So in place of 1 by LC, we have write omega square is equal to 1 by LC. Okay. So Emax by LC whole into 1 by P into P square plus omega square. 1 by LC, in place of 1 by LC, we can write omega square Emax whole into 1 by P into P square plus omega square. Okay. So now Emax is equal to omega square divided by P whole into P square plus omega square. Okay. So now what is the expression for this one? You all of you know what is the value for this expression? That is equal to, we can write in place of omega square divided by P into P square plus omega square 1 minus cos omega. So BC or the voltage across the capacitor, BC is equal to Emax 1 minus cos omega t. So the value of the 1 minus cos omega t is equal to omega square divided by P into P square plus omega square. So when BC or the restriking voltage will be maximum at which point? When BC is maximum at when T is equal to pi by omega. Okay. So if you put T in place of T pi by omega, then omega cancel out. Cos pi is equal to minus 1. Okay. So 1 minus minus 1, that will become 2. Cos pi is equal to minus 1. So minus into minus plus 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 Emax. So at the point T is equal to pi by omega, we will obtain the maximum value for BC, that is equal to 2 Emax. Okay. With this, we discussed about the restriking voltage and recovery voltage and about the expression for the transient voltage. Okay. So with this, we conclude today's discussion. Thank you.